Only two presidents have been impeached to date, Andrew Johnson in 1868 and Bill Clinton in 1998. Richard Nixon was also facing an impeachment vote in 1974, but resigned before that could happen. With more, I want to bring in American University presidential historian Allan Lichtman and the author of the book, The Case for Impeachment. Good morning, Allan. Glad you could be with us. Is there a sense of inevitability about this moment?
Absolutely. Look, what Nancy Pelosi is really good at is counting votes. She would not take it this far unless she knew that she had enough votes from Democrats to pass both articles of impeachment. She's not expecting a single Republican to vote for the articles except for Justin Amash, who was a former Republican drummed out of the party because of his support for impeachment.
Can we talk about that 6-page letter Trump sent to Nancy Pelosi? It was really out there. And one of the things that he said was, and this is a direct quote, I'm going to read from the letter. I write this letter to you for the purpose of history and to put my thoughts on a permanent and indelible record. 100 years from now, when people look back at this affair, I want them to understand it and learn from it so that it can never happen to another president again. Allan, what do you make of that?
I make of that as a president who is the ultimate egomaniac. Unlike Bill Clinton, when he was impeached, who admitted he had done something wrong and he apologized to the American people. Donald Trump can't imagine he could ever do anything wrong. As he said, not only could he shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and still keep his base, but the truth is he would then say, I've done nothing wrong. The letter is filled with petulant rantings worthy of a middle school student. It is filled with lies, and one line should utterly discredit it in the eyes of myself and every historian when he says he is being treated worse than those in the Salem witch trial. Women were hanged in the Salem witch trial on the basis of so-called spectral evidence, the appearance of apparitions. Trump has nothing to lose but his political power, and it's based on a wealth of concrete evidence.
How will this impeachment shape American politics moving forward?
Well, it will shape American politics forever. If, in fact, the Senate doesn't hold a real trial, doesn't have witnesses. Mitch McConnell says things almost as outrageously as Donald Trump, that a trial shouldn't have witnesses because all the investigation should be in the charging stage. When have you ever heard of that in jurisprudence? So if every Republican votes to acquit Donald Trump and he claims vindication, then our democracy will be irreparably damaged because he will continue to cheat and rig the 2020 election, and every president moving forward will have no reason not to do the same. It's just extraordinary how much is hanging fire for American democracy.
How important was public opinion in past impeachment proceedings? Was the public supportive of the process, more supportive perhaps than they are now?
Absolutely not. The maximum public support for the impeachment and removal of Bill Clinton was 30%. Donald Trump has already hit 50%. He's 20 points higher. It took a year and a half of investigation and public hearings before sentiment to impeach Richard Nixon exceeded 50%. And then, of course, he resigned. And in the case of Andrew Johnson back in 1868, we have no way of gauging public opinion.
Presidential historian Allan Lichtman. Allan, so glad you could be part of our coverage on this day. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcia.